Hello everyone, Sam is here from creativetrading.system.com making this video about Nasdaq and S&P 500. So let's get started. But let me show you something first. This is called harmonic pattern, a bad pattern, right? And it has a specific calculation. All of these patterns have a specific calculation. So this bad pattern has a calculation of, let's say, for example, you have a main move that we are going to measure and draw the fib on from X to A. So only one fib. So price makes the turn and then first pullback usually is around 50% and sometimes even less than that, 38%, but most commonly is 50%. So if it is 50%, then price makes another turn to the downside and usually it goes back to the 23% line of the same fib. And then from there on, it makes the turn and then go to 88% if it will, right? So then if you have this, all of these three things, like 50, 23, and 88, you call it a bad pattern and it's supposed to drop. But while it's making, sometimes it's very lucrative to trade this pair while it is under construction. From 23% line, you can see that it's a very, very big move, right? So this is what it is. The combination, just remember, 50, 23, 88. So now let's go and take a look at Nasdaq. Nasdaq daily chart, in fact, the 4-hour chart I made a couple of days ago, and then I sent out, and it is like, man, this thing here. Okay. So it is like this. For example, pull the fib from X to A, right? So what happened? You can see that it retraced back here, and it is exactly at 50%, right? Then it dropped here, which was 23% line exactly, and then it started to rise. So I said, okay, now it's probably going towards 88%, but it's a long distance. So first thing first, I says, well, let's go to 78% at least, and then we're gonna have a little reaction from there, and then it might go up more or whatever, right? But even from here to here, if it goes, that's a pretty big trade, a pretty big distance, and you can have several trades, right? And that's one. That's exactly what the pattern is. So now we had like X, A, B, and C. 3 points are made according to the calculation perfectly by the book. Now the question is that if we are going to go for this point D, right? And we started to go, and we are at this level here, right? So you can see these levels here, and then we went up a little bit more, and then this is 195. It's like a weekly low, right? And if you look at the weekly time frame, you will see 195 somewhere right there, right? So 195, that's a small low here, right? So we are there, and if we start to rise, then we might go here or even higher. Now, while we are on the weekly chart, you can notice that I draw the fib from bottom to top here, and that's almost the same story here as well. So it retraced back to what, 50%, and then it went back up to 23% line. So it is on 23% line on a weekly chart, and if you look at the 4-hour chart, it is also at 23% line of the 4-hour chart calculation. So this is the 50, 23, and no, not actually 40, 23. We already crossed the 23% line, right? Sorry. So we went above it, and we bounced from 23%, and then we are like halfway here. So we are basically at the 23% line of the weekly chart, this one, right? But you notice that on a 4-hour chart, we played out from here, right? From the 23% line. We bounce from 50, 23, and then we bounce nice and clean, right? Can we do the same from the weekly chart? 50, 23, and drop, right? So now, according to the 4-hour chart, we're supposed to go here to the upside if we cross this area, 195, right? We can go to the upside. Now, there is another small pattern here called butterfly pattern. That's forget it. There's a red lines, right? Red numbers. If you draw the fib from here to here, that's 78, then 38. Then according to this, we should be going to 127. So that is also pointing out very close to this 78%. So there is another possibility. But the first pattern, which we're talking about, bad pattern. So it is already bounced from 23 and going towards 88. But here on a weekly chart, it's just the opposite, that we are at the 28, and we can, for some reason, for some kind of fundies, right, especially some tariff news, can come and then flip it to the downside. So we started to drop, we bounced from 50, went back to 23, we are holding there right at 195. But and then today was a very, very quiet day, right? And it is like calm before the storm, right? So I don't know what kind of storm we're gonna get, and that's a hurricane named Trump storm. Anytime it can come, right? So be very careful and be ready. So this is what I just wanted to show that either my this chart will prevail, or the weekly chart. I am also counting this, that if we don't go to the upside, that is the reason. This is the reason that we are at the 23% line, and usually this happens that 50, 23, and then makes the turn to the downside. So basically, this area 195 is a very, very important number for now. And let's see what kind of fundy we're gonna get, or fundy or Trumpy, right? One of the things that we're gonna get, and that will move the market. So let's see what happens. Same thing happening, by the way. US S&P 500. If you see the weekly chart again, see from the bottom to top, 50, and exactly at 23% line. And if you look at this, the other way, I don't have a 4-hour. I do. See this one? So you draw the fib from here to here, the bottom. Then you can see that we went up to 50, then 23, and we bounce. So we are here. We bounced from 23 and going, but we got stuck here at 23% line off. I should do the same thing, but it's a daily chart, okay? But yeah, I can do it here too. It should be 1, 2, and then yeah, forget it. So this is actually a 23% on this Nasdaq, 23% of the weekly chart, and S&P 500 basically doing exactly the same thing. It is at 23% line from the weekly chart, and this daily chart is calling it that we bounce already from 23 and then going towards this. So this would be the target 78 or 88, right? Either way, I don't care. Even this one, right? I'm okay with that. So give me the entry from here to here. It's a lot of pippage here. It's a daily chart, by the way, right? So you can see here. Yeah. So this is what I just wanted to show. I forgot about the date because I forgot to change the date, right? So these are the charts. So what the heck? Let me see. Pound yen long. I was expecting that, right? So I made these charts, and then let me see, pound yen long. Yes, see that the blue candle, the reversal candle finish, and my alarm beep. Right after that, I look for long. I made this chart, not this chart. I didn't make this yesterday because it didn't move much. But yeah, euro yen. I'm expecting that a reversal here, so that this would be a good trade if I can have it, and USD yen. Right, so it started to go up a little bit, but then the news came out, and boom, it came down. But still, 40 to 10 is holding. So we're gonna go up in these two. I'm expecting. I don't know if it's gonna go up or not, but once we have the reversal candle, I'll be placing my robot on the 7-minute chart, and that will take the trade. Maybe if I get in from here, let's say to 47.05, 45.07, that's more than 200 pips. Even here is 100, 160. So that's good, good trade for the day. USD yen nowadays has a daily range of 165. So if you make an entry here, let's say 50, 60 pip into the day, then you still have a 100 pip chart at 100 pip trade, right? So, and similarly, pound yen has 200 pip daily range nowadays, right? So if it starts to go up, and if it is going to go up, then it's going to go up to this area, and that would be, let's say, if I get an entry somewhere here, and from here to here is 130, even more than that, could be like 200 here, but even right here, let's say 130 pip, that would be more than enough. That's it, right? Or like I said, that these are the levels that it can go. So let's say my entry from here, can we go here? Yeah, this is 250, so this is too much, right? But pound yen can do that, no problem with that, right? Yeah, so today it didn't move much, so maybe Today will move a lot. But we have tonight, I think a bunch of, not tonight. Omar, we have tonight, today, this evening, the yen news or tomorrow? Tomorrow. Tomorrow night, we have several yen news. Maybe then we're going to move big. Right? But at least I'm expecting that maybe I should be able to get maybe 70, 80 pip, 100 pip trade in USD and Euro yen tonight, right? So, but yeah, so basically I was showing that the Nasdaq, that's what's happening. Bad pattern both sides. Bearish and bullish, and just bullish is like this, right? Just the opposite. XA, this is a weekly chart. This is happening here on a weekly chart, Nasdaq weekly. See, big one. So it's 50, 23, and it should come to 88. That is basically just even if it's not going to happen, that I'm just showing you that this is what the theory is. This is usually what happens, right? Pattern is finished at point D. It's not finished at here at 23% line, but this is like under construction, right, in the making. And I'll usually take advantage of that, and usually I come up with 90% of the time I'm in the money and a big one, right? So X, A, B, C, because from C to D in a bad pattern is a big move. And similarly, like butterfly, the last CD leg is always big, right? That's an extended pattern, so it's always big. So it's good to trade that leg. And after that, it bounce, it gives you the reaction from the proper, after the completion of the pattern, you can always take that trade as well. So first coming down, then going up, both trades, both sides. So I'm keep doing that, a lot. If you notice that I had yesterday a big trade like USD yen, I had a 140 pip trade from top to bottom, right? I made the chart and it came down nice and clean, gave me the entry. I posted the chart on my website. You can take a look at that. But now I'm flipping on the other side now because I see the yen index is ready to bounce. If it is bouncing, if it is going to bounce, right? It may not. But if it start to bounce, I should have a reversal candle here. And after that, if I get an entry, 7 minute long, then I'll take it to the distance. Once the pair catches the direction, it goes for the rest of the day, it goes in that direction and complete the daily range in the same direction because news comes only once, right? So after that news, whatever the reaction is, it is good for at least for the rest of the day. So you should not close your trade before the daily range is completed, right? So this is how it is, and I'm gonna since I have this like showing Nasdaq and S&P 500, so I'm gonna make this video public so that other people can take advantage of that, right? And maybe, hopefully, if I feel like, I'll make update gold after this, right? So don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel so you can get these videos on time so you can take advantage of these setups. All right? So bye for now and talk to you guys later soon.